I'm gonna give Lauren $10,000, and you're gonna bid, not me today. You gotta do it like within 30 seconds and get really good at that.
25.
Yeah,
25.
you're gonna stop at 2,500.
26, 27.
No, be done. No, stop raising your hand.
You said stop at 35.
Stop raising your hand.
All right, I was left alone and I bought a car.
I can't wait to see it. Welcome to the auction. Welcome to Flying Wheels. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. This is
Lauren from Flying Wheel.
Today is auction day, and we're gonna answer the age-old question: what can you buy at an auction for $2,000? I'm gonna give Lauren $10,000 and see if you can buy 4 to 5 cars on your own. Now, I don't think you can because you've never done it before.
No.
So today's video, we're gonna teach you and you how to buy inexpensive cars and not get burned. Chances are, if you watch to the end of this video, we're probably gonna get burned. It's usually like you buy a good car, a medium car, and a bad car. And you're gonna regret one of them, you'll be okay with one of them, and you feel like you scored with one of them. That's the average. We're gonna show you everything I do to look at cars when I'm buying, how I appraise them, figure out what I'm gonna pay for them, and also what we can sell them for. Today's video, jam-packed with information. Again, Craig and Lauren from Flying Wheels join us at a dealer auction and see what we can buy for $2,000. Let's get going. Welcome to Flying Wheels. We are on camera live, no, not live, with Lauren and Craig from Flying Wheels. Today's a big day because I live in Florida. Lauren runs the show now. Lauren, the manager of Flying Wheels, now takes care of everything.
Yeah.
So not only does she take care of everything at Flying Wheels, today she's learning how to buy cars from the auction right alongside you. So everything I'm teaching Lauren is gonna be probably pretty beneficial to you as well. We're gonna look at how I look at vehicles, how I appraise vehicles, how I purchase vehicles, like how I decide what I'm going to be buying and what I'm going to be paying for everything. So Lauren's gonna learn, you're gonna learn, you're gonna come to the auction with me. It's auction day, my favorite day of the week. I haven't been here in 3 weeks. We are officially out of things to do.
Yes.
The guys have nothing to do. So I'm not here to buy things, which was the idea. I'm gonna fly back, buy things, which is what I'm doing. But in between time, interim, you have no cars to sell.
Yeah.
And then nothing for people to do.
No new inventory.
So there are gonna be times like this where this is gonna happen, and I would rather you take $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 out of the account and go buy something than not have anything at all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of worth, in that price range, it's a real pain in the butt to sell cars in that price range, but the market's changed.
Yeah.
You've noticed that.
I've noticed, yeah.
And what's selling?
Cheaper cars.
Cheaper cars are selling. So like
yeah.
the $15,000 and $20,000 cars are no longer our market, and this business is ever evolving. So like during COVID we changed.
Yep.
After COVID we've changed. When the business started we changed. Seasonally we changed. Now it's changed for a really tough time, and cheap cars are where it's at. And I always make videos on how I hate cheap cars, but now it's you selling the cheap cars, so you get to deal with all the headaches.
Marketplace.
Congratulations on dealing with Marketplace for the rest of your life. So today we're gonna go to the auction. Lauren, what do you notice is selling so far?
So I feel like whenever we have Highlanders on the lot,
So we got Highlanders.
people go nuts over Highlanders. Smaller sedans, like 4-door sedans that are good, like gas savers, commuter cars for like college kids.
Yep.
I get a lot of college kids looking for cars.
I have to pause you real quick.
Okay.
So I said everything's seasonal, right?
Yeah.
College starts in a month.
Yeah.
So now all the parents, all the kids that graduated and their kids are leaving,
Yeah.
this is now the season where they're thinking about college. So you're already noticing
That's what
trends.
But the calls that I've had this past week and last week are parents calling me
That's exactly what it
for
is.
commuter cars that their kids can have at school just to get back and forth.
Toys are done, like
Yeah.
Camaros, Corvettes, convertibles,
Yeah.
jet skis, motorcycles, that season's over with.
Yeah.
It's now preparing for college
Yeah.
and getting cars ready.
Yeah.
Like once you find what cars are working for you, you just keep repeating the process.
Okay.
So we are at the auction now. There are cars everywhere. We're gonna try to spend around $2,000 per car. If we get something for under $1,500, you really have to be careful. You end up with a lot of junk.
Yeah.
And you've been seeing, like, we're liquidating the
Yeah.
junk, and it's a real lot of work
It's
to
a
sell it
nightmare.
to people.
Yeah.
It's a what?
A nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
An actual nightmare.
So these, you really have to pay attention to what you're buying in this price range. This Mazda 3, perfect candidate for what we want. There's
Okay.
some scuffs at the bottom. I'd walk around, check the tires. I'm always checking for inspection stickers on these cars first. So if it has an inspection sticker, like these right here, a 1, a 4, a 3, 1, a 3, a 4. It says that it has been inspected within the past year. We have rigorous inspections in New Hampshire and New England. So you'd love to see an inspection report. Sometimes the stickers get pulled. Sometimes they expire and people don't want to fix them anymore, and that's why they end up getting traded in and brought to auction. So these, I'm gonna look at the tires. They're dry rotted. It's gonna need tires.
So, oh, the cracking?
Yeah, see the cracking? It's dry rotted.
Okay.
Now, if you run your fingers over here, the brakes feel pretty good. They're not all like grooved.
Okay.
Also down here, you need to check for rust in New England. This should be a really rusty area typically.
Okay.
So we're looking for rust, we're checking tires, we're checking brakes. We're definitely looking for check engine lights. So we're gonna come right here. Now, if you notice, the hood is a different color than the bumper. The hood is metal, the bumper's plastic. It could just be sun fade, or it could have been hit, which would have caused, like, they painted the bumper.
Okay.
And then, you know, when we've done body work, it never matches because over the past 10 years, the sun has faded this.
Okay.
The headlights can be polished. We can do this, so no big deal. I like to see things like that and like the headlights because I know we can fix those in-house. I'm gonna check the interior, which is clean, but the check engine light's on. So we are at 141,000 miles. It's already pretty old for New England. It's a 2011, so it's 13 years old. 140,000 miles. Honestly, that's not really a bad car. It's like the right year, the right mileage to be cheap. But with a check engine light and no inspection sticker, I'd stay away. It could be a CAT, it could be a transmission code, it could be a misfire code. That's a big deal. I'd walk away from it. Okay. We know we've had a ton of problems with Nissan Rogues, but they're so cheap that sometimes it's worth gambling.
This one doesn't have
so
a sticker either.
This one, and check engine lights, I always look for on Nissans. The check engine light will come on for the transmission on Nissans.
Oh, okay.
So I'd look at it, and if you get here early enough, you can plug our scan tool in it and check all the monitors to see if they're clear or if they've been cleared. Okay. So clear means like it's past all the monitors, past emissions. If somebody cleared it, you'd have no monitors ready. So it's a big thing to have like your scan tool with you and get here early, because now we're just gambling. Tires look okay, brakes look okay, body looks okay. These are notorious for transmission problems, and they're like proprietary fluid and people don't change them enough, and it's a CVT transmission. This tire has been deflated and driven on. You can see how all the writing is gone, so it's worn. So
you can see
I would say it does need tires, and we're looking again, no inspection sticker. So this is a gamble, but these always sell so well. Yeah. And we want like 10 to 12 years, 125 to 160,000 miles. And these Honda Insights colors are a big deal.
I was gonna say it's like the Seltos.
We had a beautiful Kia Seltos and nobody wanted the colors. So you gotta watch the colors. 09, 125,000 miles with an inspection sticker. Hondas, to be honest with you, are gonna be so much money, but for a reason. Like, you're getting a pretty good car. This one's already clean, so it's almost like buy it and list it, but you can see the rust. And if you look in here, there's rust in there too. Yep. So you really have to watch out for rust in New England. That's why we want to look at inspection stickers, because we check for rot, and we're very, very adamant about checking for rot. So again, this is what happens when you get this old, 09, you're getting really rusty cars. You have to be careful. Going down the line, don't buy it. Don't even look at Land Rovers. Don't buy them. 06 Explorer, this would be a huge seller for us, and we'll probably be able to sell it for like $5,000 to even maybe $6,000, even though it's old.
The rims are nice.
Don't be fooled by the rims that are nice on it, okay? This is what we want buyers to see, not you, all right? You look past the chrome wheels and look at the tires. Are the tires good? Are the brakes good? They're not that great. No. Is it inspected? It is not inspected. Is the leather clean? Are there funky odors? There are no funky odors. Now this has a DVD player, this is a third row seat, this is a great mom bus. How many, is there any check engine lights on? No. Okay, so there's no check engine lights on. Perfect budget, family friendly vehicle. We want this. It's a 4.6 liter V8. We know it's a V8 right there. So Lauren, we know that it's the V8. That's a great engine for Ford. This car, if it's not rusty, you're gonna have to get your hands and knees dirty. All right, so climb down, check underneath, see how rusty it is. Okay. I'm not kidding, we gotta get underneath it. We gotta get underneath it and look. So don't be afraid to just climb under it like this and look, because it could look great on the upside, but then you get in the top side, the underneath. This is actually pretty good shape.
It's really not bad.
So this would be great for us. Again, perfect, like, a perfect family-friendly, like budget-friendly car.
And 3 rows, right?
And it has 3 rows. Yeah. So I'm gonna work backwards and say we could sell this for $5,000 easily. Easily, yeah. So if we sell it for $5,000, we're gonna put some money into it, always $500 minimum. So we want to make 1,000. It's going to cost us 500. So we're going to be under 3,500. Now that's still, I think, high for a 2006. It's old.
Yep.
So maybe we want to make 1,500. I try to be around 2 grand for it.
Okay.
You can also scan the VIN with your app and it will tell you what the car's worth. So if you get out your laser appraiser app and scan it, you can also scan the stickers on the window.
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is the app we use. Lauren has it, I have it. It's called Laser Appraiser.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
and when you
awesome.
scan it, they actually just updated their camera. So a lot of times when I'm at the auction, there will be a line of people waiting to scan the VIN.
Yeah, you can scan
on the
it from-
car. Their
Yeah.
new camera, you can actually scan
I
it from
just scanned
afar,
it from
that
here.
far. So you
Yeah.
can like walk behind somebody and scan it
Yeah.
from afar. And I don't think the other like appraising tools have that. That
Oh,
was a
it
big selling
shows
feature
it's
for
on
me.
Auction, like what
Yeah.
lane and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
shows you the lane and run, it shows you the VIN, it shows you the mileage, scan
Trim.
down. So this is retail, so it would say for the limited's around $6,000, and retail's always high. MMR is Manheim Market Report for $1,500, so that's about what they're going for, and retail's $3,200. Let's scan down a little bit more, 16 and 34. So what I'm doing right now is comparing all these apps. So when I look at the Manheim, that's what they've sold for in the past 30 days. That's what people are selling them for retail. Now I compare that to another app, Auto Auctions, at about the same numbers. Black Book is a little bit higher. JD Power, about the same numbers. And then Kelly Blue Book, 1,300 to 1,600. So if you look, wholesale's 1,800, retail 62. So we want to be around 1,800.
No accidents.
Yeah,
Two
this is-
owners. I think this is a good one.
Now here's the problem. This is a clean one. Everyone's gonna go, oh, look at those chrome wheels. It's already been detailed. So we wanna pay 1,800. Someone is more than likely gonna pay more than that. On top of that, you have to consider that there's gonna be a buyer's fee as well. But if we're at 2,500 and we sell it for 5, put 500 into it, we're into it for 3, sell it for 5, we made 2 grand.
Two, yeah.
So that's pretty good on a really clean car. So I would max us at like 2 grand on this thing.
Okay, should I
Now
just-
with your app,
Yeah.
you can actually scroll down and add it. Maybe scroll
Save.
up. Yeah, save and add it to a folder. So we're just gonna put today's date. So just put the date auction and it will save this lane and run, and you can even put your price into it.
Oh, cool.
Save it, and you can make notes on that car. Say like
Cle-
1 owner, no accidents,
Good.
love the chrome wheels, 2,000 max. Now if you look, some of these cars are running through right now, so we should probably head up there to see the Honda Fit, and then this Explorer is going to go through in a minute too.
Okay.
Before we head up, there's a lot of no's that I'd stay away from. Obviously hoods like this, we're not
yeah.
going to fix that in house.
No.
It's a little bit older for a Chrysler. I wouldn't buy like American products this age.
Okay.
If it was a Japanese product, I would be a little bit more likely to buy.
Okay.
But a 2012 Dodge, it's usually a hard no for me.
Yeah.
2015, yeah, but the mileage is too low, so this is gonna be out of your price range.
Okay.
And then Nissan, again, we're gonna get into like
really
transmission problems.
Yeah.
Trucks, especially mid-size trucks, they're always expensive. So
Yeah.
we're not finding anything like this for $2,000.
I feel like the market right now is not trucks.
No, and this 2012, so I said no to that Dodge 2012, but then there's this Dodge that has even more miles. It's 2012. It's pretty clean, and these are more desirable and better built than those like entry-level throwaway cars. So I would have gone to this, but then when you come to the door, I would say a hard no if you check out this
Come to
door.
this side.
You found something too? Yeah, the wheels we can
And
fix.
like this, the
But
bubbles.
that I'm not fixing. So I'm not
Yeah.
fixing rust, and then look at all the way down the doors.
Yeah, like down.
So this one is a hard no. Honestly, it's probably within our budget, but we don't want to be selling this to people.
Yeah.
We have a lot of cars to look at, and the morning got ahead of us, so we're late. These Dodge Darts are pretty decent sellers, but at 280,000 miles, that would be a no for me. I'd love to say that the CR-V or the Siennas would work for us. They won't. These are going to be just too expensive. But the 2012 Hyundai, perfect candidate. Subaru Foresters, perfect candidate. We've had these Ford Fusions, and you've
Yeah.
sold a few of them, but
Yeah.
normally they're rusty. So if you remember, the Ford Fusion we had over the winter
Yep.
was rotted down here, and this one's starting to bubble a little bit, but it's in good shape. So any one of these 3 could be a good candidate if you just start them, check the check engine
I
lights
feel
and
like
everything.
This one would be a good like college kid commuter car.
Yeah, it for sure would. Yeah.
Like hatchback. all
Same
those-
thing, rust though. So you need to watch for rust. And with Subarus, they can smoke, they can have head gasket problems,
Okay.
timing chain issues, and they typically have check engine lights on.
Okay.
So it's already detailed, all 3 of these. It's nice on your end to find things that are already cleaned.
Yeah.
But sometimes the money is in dirty ones. We can buy it because nobody else wants it.
Yeah.
Like the cars are already detailed. There's going to be a line of people.
Yeah.
I can see that Honda Fit going through. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
Oh, also those Honda like Elements, they're inexpensive. They're super easy to clean and reliable.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be afraid of buying an older Honda Element.
Mustang?
Yeah, supercharged Mustang convertible. So this thing, even though it's an 08 and 192,000 miles, I'd rather this than a newer, lower mile, like American car. The inspection sticker expires in December of this year. It's from Vermont. Now Vermont has a lot of rust, so be careful of that, but it is inspected this year and it doesn't look bad on the outside. What I like about these Honda Elements too is the plastic. So the whole floor is made of plastic, so it's just so easy to clean. This already ran through, we missed it, but I wouldn't have been disappointed if you bought this.
Okay.
All right, let's go look at the Honda Fit.
Okay.
A few moments later.
The Mazda 3's at $2,200. They usually start high and work low, so don't you be a first bidder. You can actually make an offer on them. 2,200 is probably fair, but the check engine light was on, so I'm gonna stay away from it because of that. So they just sold a 2011 Mazda 3 with 140,000 miles for $2,000. That's a pretty good deal. The Rogue isn't going through right now, the Fit is. And the Fit, again, we'll probably sell that 09s for like $4,000. Probably listed around $4,000. We'll see what that sells for. We don't really want to be more than $2,200 on that though. It's at $3,700 and it was rusty, $4,000 because of the mileage. So we can't buy things like that. The Rogue is up next though. That had no check engine light on, right?
No,
All right, so maybe we'll bid on the Rogue. Those are typically pretty inexpensive. The Rogue's at $2,500 right now. I feel like we could sell that for $5,000. But it's an exhaust and we don't know the transmission. Now it's too much. And there's some scuffs down there we didn't see, the exhaust leak, so it's all right. We'll walk away and find something else. So the Explorer's up. What did we say we were paying for it? You can check your notes. Choose the number on the Explorer. Stick to your guns, don't go over it. Go ahead, raise your hand. Go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna stop at 2,500. No, be done. No, stop raising your hand.
You said stop at 35.
Stop raising your hand. 25.
I think you said 35.
28's pretty good. You bought it.
I did?
You got it, yeah. 436.
How much?
2,700. So I literally just said don't go over what we wrote down, and I went up to 2,500, but that's clean.
It is,
so
yeah.
I'm hoping it's something we just take back. Now those can have transmission issues, so we just paid $1,000 over with the auction fees what we wanted to spend on it.
Okay.
And if there's a transmission issue, we're in problems. Okay. We're not going to get that for it. So you really have to be careful with it. It being that clean, I'm hoping, only thing we're doing is gambling right now, that the transmission's fine.
And there was an inspection on there.
There was an inspection sticker on it, so we would hopefully be okay.
Okay.
I would list it at $5,000, and it didn't seem like it needed a lot of work.
Okay.
The only variable is, does it need a transmission?
Okay.
Now, if you were here earlier today, we could have driven that and found out.
Oh, okay.
We weren't here earlier, so now we're just purely gambling.
You can test drive these cars?
Yeah, slowly around the parking lot.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and we should have.
Okay.
That one, we'll tell at the end of the day if we won or if we lost.
Okay.
So that's it. Let's go find some more. So the auction's still going on. I don't like these videos to go much over 20 minutes, and I think we're already there. So I'm going to cut this video into 2 parts because this was a 45-minute video, which I don't want to drag on for 45 minutes. So today's video goal was to teach you how the auction works, things to look for. Lauren is starting from scratch, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to teach you how I shop for cars too. There was a ton of information in there, so I hope it was helpful for you. Part 2, we're going to try to buy 5 cars, which I can tell you we did. Buy 5 cars, $2,000 each roughly, within a certain margin. So part 2 is going to be our next video, so make sure to subscribe down below to get more content like this. Also hit the bell down below so you get notifications for when we make new videos just like this one. Part 2 is going to be great because I can tell you we did buy a bunch of cars. I'm going to show you what we bought, and also we sold a bunch of them already too. So the ending of part 2, I'm going to show you how quickly we sold them and how much money we made. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Adios. Adam is here as well. What's up? Then why'd you go over your cap? Stop. Know your cap and stop. So what was our cap?
2,000.
Then why did you keep bidding?
I got excited.
That Dodge Dynasty.
This?
That's the car right there.